Knowledge is love, so here we go. We got a dope show. Are you ready? Let's go. Yes, she understands what you can see because she's an interdimensional medium B, a metaphysical coach, an author, a writer. Don't you know I am a rhyme writer? She's a Gemini. Yes, the twin, Sagittarius Moon. So we're jumping all in tonight on knowledge. We're going to break it down. A spiritual lady, and she's the best around. The cosmic connection, no lyrical perfection. I want you to know we're going to head you in the direction. Spirituality, meditation too. She's about the crystals. So how about you? Are you ready for the lyrical bath? And she will give you more than the math, a deep sound bath, so you can see. Got tarot and oracle cards for you, B. Just come up, bring your chairs and your ears. Listen up, the fellas and ladies, my dears. No fear, faith over that all the time. Now it's time to start the show and end my rhyme.
Awesome.
Knowledge. All right.
Knowledge.
Everybody, it is Eric Taylor, BigEAstro, and tonight on episode 381, wow, of my Knowledge is Love Astrology podcast, I have an amazing guest. She is an interdimensional medium. She's amazing with crystals. I've seen her in action. She's an author. We'll talk about her book, Cosmic Connection. And she is a metaphysical coach. I present to you tonight, Miss Kiara. How are you, Kiara? Welcome to the show.
Hello, I'm doing very well. Thanks to you helping me ground and get ready for this. I'm super excited.
Oh, it was so good to have you here. Oh my God. I just want to start off. So I met you at Missy's Mysteries, the best metaphysical shop in Arizona, here in Scottsdale. And you had a book signing there, and I want to know and have you share with the audience the name of your book and really what inspired it, and how long did it take you to write the book?
So the book, I have it here, just a little copy. This is my personal copy. It's called The Cosmic Connection. The full title is The Cosmic Connection, Unlock Psychic Potential and Learn Your Sacred Toolkit.
I love that.
The goal for the book, as it kind of says, is basically to give any level of a practitioner, even somebody who just wants to do self-development, tools, resources, some teachers that I really adored and actually looked up to myself. So you have all the concepts that they've taught. One of my favorites that's in there, which is why I wrote the book, was Dolores Cannon and Carl Jung. Those two are my two tops. There's a bunch of other amazing teachers in there, but those were the two that inspired me the most. Okay. I actually started this book journey 14 years ago.
What?
Yeah.
You're too young to start 14 years ago. Okay, explain that, because that's pretty fascinating. What sparked that 14 years ago then?
So, oh my gosh, I'll give you guys the condensed version of it. So I am in my 30th year on this earth right now, but I had an amazing mother growing up. She was incredibly connected to her spirituality, but she was a closet spiritual practitioner. She's a bookkeeper, if you could believe it. So she always
What sign is mom?
She's an Aries.
Okay, there you go.
Yeah. So she was a closet spiritual teacher, and she loved Dolores Cannon. She has a bunch of books by her. She even followed a lot of mainstream spiritual practitioners, even like having the book, like the 4 Agreements and stuff. Okay. So when I started my little journey as a youngin', I always believed in fairies and, ghosts and spirituality, aliens, you name it. That was just something I was very into. And my mom was very, very kind to not tear my thoughts down. She didn't say like, oh, there's no such thing as this and that. She was always like, we don't know, we have no proof, but if we could have proof, here's some authors that have some insights. So that's kind of where this journey started. And I was kind of bummed as a kid because there was no easy book that told you, oh, this is how you do tarot. This is what scrying is. This is what oracle cards are versus tarot. This is sound healing. There was no book that had those descriptions in like an easy, hands-on, descriptive way to give people all these options.
Right.
So I started looking into, I have to say like thousands, but there's a lot of people all over the earth, different practitioners. And I took all of their resources, dwindled it down to my favorites, dwindled it down to practices and types of tools, and just started, what's the definition of scrying? What's the definition of oracle, so on and so forth. How do you use crystals? What's a crystal grid? Just doing definitions, and it just kept growing. Then we get to the main reason why I wrote this book. Okay. As a child that went through a lot of crazy traumas, as we do, no longer my story now, but as we grow up, we go through these crazy experiences.
Right.
I saw that there's a lot of mental health issues, not only in my family, but across every medium, in every world, in every walk of life.
Yeah.
And I wanted to help because I saw my parents go through trauma. I saw my friends and family and people that I'm one of those kids that really want to help people. Yeah. And I wanted to find a way to make it simple and maybe break through to a new way of helping people with mental health. So I came up with this process of mental, emotional, physical, and spiritual development, and found out that there was a fifth one, which is the ethereal, which is where all the fairies and the Akashic Records and aliens and all that energy lives.
Yes. All the good stuff.
All the good stuff.
Oh my God. Well, that's amazing. So, okay. So then this leads perfect into my next question, because I always like to find out from my guests. And before I get to the question, I must say to the audience, welcome, and we will get to you guys shortly. But, oh my goodness. Sorry.
You're okay.
We got the little alarm going on, but you are a Gemini Sun, a Sagittarius Moon, so kind of right on that full moon energy. It's not exact, but it's pretty close. And a Libra Rising. And what was going on for you at 10 years old that kind of really has sparked this whole journey? And did you kind of imagine this, or did you ever say, oh, I want to be a doctor or a lawyer, or did you always think that you would be doing something spiritual?
Yeah. Oh my goodness. As a Gemini, I don't know how many people can relate to the Gemini crazy brain, but I wanted.
I got a Gemini Sun, so I live through it every day. You guys are special.
I wanted to be the president. I wanted to be an astronaut. I wanted to be, so on and so forth. But I had an experience that was out of this world. I met a friend of mine that I had this crazy, I don't know how to explain it. It wasn't a ghost experience. It was almost a dimensional experience. It was something where I met her. We were 10, right? We're kids, but I met her and I was like, oh my gosh, I'm hearing voices. And I don't want to say that as like a crazy, out there person. We are spiritual people, but I heard voices when I was around her, and they're like, her name is this, talk to her. She needs you, talk to her. And I'm like, I'm 10. We are not really friends. I don't know how to approach her. So I walked up to her and I noticed that she got bullied a lot at school. Aww. And so I stood up for her as like the, when you have that breakthrough moment where you're trying to meet the friend or the person. I was like, I will protect you. So I stood up to her bully and we became friends.
Oh, that's a great story. And it's fascinating that you said that, because I remember literally at 10, I remember it was around 3rd or 4th grade that there were some kids in my school bullying a new child that had just come to the school. And I was like, not on my watch. And, they were bullying him at the water fountain, didn't want him to get water. And he got to the line first, and then they started grabbing him and pushing him away. And I was like, nope, And I told the kids, I was like, no, he just moved to we were in New York, and he just moved from Detroit. And I was like, no, you guys, that's not going to happen. He was here first, and then he got his water, and then we immediately became friends. But I used to stick up for bullies too. So I definitely can resonate with that, and just that intention in your heart, because I think so often, if we can keep some of that magic, we see all these people out in the world today and all this negativity and vitriol, but they weren't like that at 10. They weren't like that at 5. They weren't like that at 8. Most people were nice kids and sweet kids. And so if we can all kind of, go through the portal and the time machine and go back to that and really vibrate from our heart chakra, the world would be a much, much better place. You know what I mean? So,
I completely agree.
So you want to say hello to everybody in the chat and see who's here tonight, and then we can get some more into what's in the book.
There's a gentleman or a person that is in the chat saying their name is Phoenix Amintole, or beautiful name. It says,
it's a lady.
It says, doesn't her sun square her moon, Big E?
No, it's an opposition. Sagittarius Moon, Gemini Sun, Libra Rising. So that's an opposition. That's why she's basically born on a full moon.
And then she says, does Kiara have planets and signs in the 4th, 8th, and 12th house, the psychic houses?
Yes. Do you want to tell them what you have? Okay, so I'm going to tell you this. This is really fascinating because you talked about hearing that voice at around 10 years old. That's elementary school, and you've got that Jupiter Moon conjunction of Sagittarius in the 3rd house. And that's really being the spiritual teacher. You know what I mean? Really trying to share your wisdom and beliefs and philosophies with the collective. But she also has Neptune and Uranus in Capricorn in the 4th house. And that's literally like spirits, ghosts, aliens in the home, anything, but really coming through your mother's lineage. So you saying, right, and you already said it, that's so awesome. You saying that your mother, had all this spiritual stuff, and, it's kind of like, in the home and the bookkeeper in the closet or whatever. But it's like, for you, do you find that sometimes you may be outside or around trees? Do you ever get like little zaps and little downloads or visions of things?
Absolutely. And to continue that story, to give you guys a bit more perspective in that time, because I was a kid and not thinking ahead, I told her that I heard these voices telling me to talk to her. And she was like, there's no way, because I told her the names of the people that talked to her, and they were people she had met before, like beings, like ghosts, because she's a Pisces, and she had like connections to ghosts too. So to test me, she invited me to her house for a sleepover, and it was with a bunch of other friends, and they all tested me, and I showed them that I could like channel and tell them things about themselves that there's no way that I should have known. And it scared them.
Oh my God, look at you. That's a great experience though. You know what I mean?
When you were 10.
Wait, so did you guys remain friends?
We stayed friends until, almost all of us, because one of us was a bad egg, but it's okay. The rest of us, the 3 of us, stayed friends until I was 22, and then we had a huge falling out. But you and I already had talked about that before.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And those can happen, you know what I mean? And I think that that's really beautiful. So tell people, what, this is kind of heavy because we were talking about this, before. How would you explain the interdimensional medium? What does that mean to you in terms of like, what do you see and experience and work with your clients?
For example, like say with all of you in the chat, though I don't know like all of you or who's watching and who will watch this coming up, there's this overwhelming sense that comes over me when I talk to any person. It's almost like you're stepping into somebody's room. They have all of their stuff on the walls, their bed covers, their personality. It's very private and it's very them all over the walls. So when I talk to someone, it's like I'm going into their personal room, their inner room that's inside of them. And I can pick out like personality based off of what I'm feeling and like maybe words or pictures or energy or something. I don't know how it works, but it's like walking into their space, if that makes sense, which I was told that it's a part of the Akashic. If you guys don't know what the Akashic Records are, it is the hall where all of existence, knowledge, wisdom, spiritual connection, and life timelines are associated.
Oh, yeah.
So it's like it's like your personal book. Like it's almost like your book flies at me.
Like the Bible. It's called like the Book of Life. That's what it is, right? And it holds from the galactic to Earth, lifetimes on Earth, and it's got everything.
Yeah. So that's what happened to me.
Were you tapping into the Akashic as a young girl, or was that more as you were doing training as you got older?
So it started younger, like even as young as 3 years old, but it was not as intense as it is now. It progressed after I turned 22, realistically. I still had the abilities and it was very strong ever since 10 and onward. And you could I would be able to hear things, see things, feel things. But once I hit that 22 marker, it was like things exploded on steroids. Wow. It's almost like having the overwhelming feeling be like, I'm actually there. Like as we're talking, it's almost like I'm not really here, even though we're chatting. It's like I'm somewhere else while we're talking, And
that's the Leo 11th house. So that's kind of fascinating, right? Which is connected to I don't know, just so many different things, like our hopes, dreams, and wishes, the kind of our social network groups and organizations, but it also can be groups of friends. So let me ask you this. When a client and someone comes to you, explain to them the different services you offer. And because you explained it to me in a very interesting way, because you have a myriad of different metaphysical tools that you work with and use. So take it from there for the audience so they know, hey, if I'm trying to connect to my grandma or my mom that passed away, or I'm dealing with some sort of depression, or I had a bad breakup with my boyfriend and I want some clarity answers, and they come to you, what different services do you offer for the collective?
So the way it works is say you walk up to me, you say, Kiara, I want to book a session with you. I'll ask you, how long do you want? I can offer things anywhere from realistically 30 minutes. I can do 20 minutes, but it's better to do 30 minutes to an hour. And I can even do hour and a half. The options that come in, you can ask me whatever you want. You bring your question. Do I want to talk to a past loved one? Do I want to deal with a personal issue? Do I just want to see what happens? Am I new to readings? Whatever you want. You just ask your main thing that you want, and then we just get into it. I will ask you, what's your birthday? What's your name?
And don't worry, guys, we're going to do some live readings tonight. So you guys can, put in your birthday and your question soon. Okay, go ahead.
And when you tell me it, I utilize the astrology, not intensely, just as a little gist, and then I get knowledge. And usually the download will come in as, this is the most important thing they need to know.
Okay.
This is what you need to work on. This is what your strength is. And then answering the question. Usually that's how it works.
Wow. I love that.
There's a woman that says here, the Mama Mist. That's a cool name. She said she has Uranus where? My Uranus is, don't tell me, I think Uranus is in Capricorn.
Yes, conjunct Neptune in the 4th house. So her spiritual gifts really are coming through the mother's lineage.
Makes sense.
And so this is interesting, because in the 4th house, it rules your chest, breast, and stomach, but it's your emotional mind. Do you feel certain tinges or tingles or things in your body per se? Or is it just kind of like seeing like a movie screen in your head or in your third eye?
Both. The intense feeling is the start, and then I kind of disassociate from my physical form and move into almost like a movie that's playing. My immediate things that like the feeling comes in through the chest. So just where the sternum is, like not necessarily the heart, but like where the sternum is.
Yeah.
And then if you guys know what the pineal gland is, it's like the back of your neck where your spinal cord meets your neck. I get tingles in those two areas when I get information.
Okay.
And if, say you have something really crazy going on, like a negative thing in your life or something that's really sad, I will feel it. Like I'll feel like whether it's happiness, sadness, I'll feel the emotions so intensely that a lot of times I'll ask the people, not even thinking about it, like, oh, are you okay? Or, oh, did you have something awesome happen recently? Like, oh, did you get engaged? Or, I'll feel like a feeling, like an experience.
Okay. Wow. That's really cool. So in the Cosmic Connection book, do you give people insights and tips of like how to connect to the different modalities, or is it more teaching and explaining the different, cosmic connections that are out there?
There's a lot of different things. I have an energy activity in here that we will be doing here. That is like that's my go-to for grounding and tapping into your spiritual gifts.
Okay.
I have demonstrations of what you can do, like the symbolism and meanings and like the descriptions of the type of spiritual people if you relate. So it's almost like a Q&A. It'll be like, right. Oh, do you feel like you talk to animals? And you could say yes or no.
Okay.
And then the book says, then you're probably a empathic animal speaker or an animal medium,
Right. Because we did a really cool exercise at your book signing at Missy's Mysteries that everybody there really, really enjoyed. And my wife, Alana, and I really enjoyed it. You want to tell or explain that to people, like what you had us do?
Yeah, so that's the energy activity that's in the book. You don't have to use like a chime bell, but I'm going to use the chime bell. So this is a Tibetan hand pound bowl. They put it on a handle. So I think they call it a sound healer's instrument or sound healer tool. Okay. But what's special about this one, this is a heart chakra bowl. And if you guys are familiar with the chakra centers, there are seven chakra centers. There's more than seven, but the seven ones run through the body. This is tuned to the frequency of the heart. So I'll kind of show you guys how to do that activity. It's really fun. Basically, what you do is you'll take your hands and you rub your hands together until they're super, super hot. And then you put your hands out in front of you. You want to make sure both of your feet are planted on the earth or wherever you are. You can even be sitting. It works either way. You have your feet planted, your hands up, and you're feeling that heat push out of your hands. Mm-hmm. As you're pushing the heat out, basically what's happening is we're made of heat, but we're also made of electromagnetic frequency. When you charge, it's almost like when you're turning a light bulb on, you're connecting the two centers and it's creating electrical current in your system. So if you have negative currents in your body, so you're not feeling well, you're down, whatever, what you're doing is you're zapping your system and it's like, boom, oh, I got to reset. So I'm pushing out all the crap. All the negativity is moving out. Yep. And then what you'll do next after that is you'll take your hands and you'll put them over your chest center. Your chest center is, there's two parts of your heart chakra. There's the pure heart, which is the green, the stereotypical heart. And then there's the high heart, which is what we're touching. That is the upper echelon of the heart. Yeah. You're pouring your pure energy back into your body when you do this. Mm-hmm. You're sending, you can even feel it. You'll feel heat. You'll feel warmth because you're resetting your system and you're filling your current with only your current. So if you had interfering currents, other people's energy, maybe you're feeling down, you're resetting your system. So your current is only taking in your current. And when you feel like all yummy and good inside, you'll take your hands in a prayer position, closing it, and you'll put your thumbs on your chest again and you're closing the current. And it's just such an awesome meditation exercise. I do this when I'm feeling down. I do it if I want to connect. I do it if I want to recenter, and it like charges your system up.
I love that. I love that. Yeah, it was really a fun. That was the most interactive book signing I've ever been to, and I was like, "Oh, I got to figure out something to do when I have my book signing and I get my book released. It's kind of interactive." I was inspired by you with that because to me it was very creative, but it was also like a way, you know. And Alana's been, you know, reading your book, and you know, I'm gonna probably try to get to it or just have her to, you know, like read it to me while I'm like kind of doing my thing because I'm always like busy. But you know, I think that that was really powerful, and everyone there really got kind of like a little firsthand, little spiritual, like, you know, it's like even that person that kind of, I don't know if they were there for it, but they just came in the store and they were just like, "Oh, what's going on here?" And they kind of like, you know, chimed in. Like, I thought that was just beautiful. So why don't you share? Well, maybe we'll take a couple more comments or questions, and then I want you to share with the audience your website and social media so they can connect with you. Even though it's down below, you guys, in the description, all of Kiara's information is there. Still want you to share, but let's see who's in the chat. Are there any more questions and stuff, or any questions too?
Tranquil Moon says, "Peace, Big E. I'm blessed to catch this show tonight. We're blessed to catch you."
Yeah, thank you, Tranquil Moon.
Then there's Mama Mist, as we said before. Stephen Lascala says, "Hello, Mama."
Hey, Stephen.
Yeah, we have a lot of really cool people.
Yeah, yeah. This is I love my tribe and my community, and they really, you know, they're all pretty spiritually, like, you know, acute and very very impressive people. So they really are going to be in for a treat tonight. So do you want to start the sound bath or the readings, or what do you want to do first? It's up to you.
Yeah, I think it would be awesome to start out with the sound, just so that you guys can get centered and I can tap in just to see if any of you want me to pull some cards for you.
Oh, cool.
So I'll have you guys, just everyone watching, and say you're watching this future, however, you're just going to want to relax. Just kind of sit into your seat, or if you're standing, or say maybe you're doing something while you listen to this, just kind of feel your body moving, your breath. And I'm going to play this, and just let me know if it's a little too loud or whatever the sound is so I don't blow everybody's ears.
Okay.
You guys are just going to focus on the sound here for a moment. You go what you want to do, Creator, in the highest good of all of us sitting here in this space. We're just calling forward some protection, some healing, some reset energy through the sounds, the frequencies of this tune. And just giving great thanks to all those who will be tuning in, past, present, future.
Yes, God.
And then what is most important for everyone at this time, whatever it is that needs to come forward, if we can call forward whoever witnesses this experience, their highest good, their guides, their protectors, those that are in the highest good and utmost unconditional love. And we give honor to our systems and gratitude to whatever messages come through for all those who will be participant, as well as for our energy here in this space. And then, as I said, with that activity, it's awesome. Say you're feeling down or you want to charge your energy back up. The activity is very simple. You just rub together. You open your hands to release. You'll take your hands and place them over your heart to fill. And then when you're ready, you'll close your circuit. It's
and
a really awesome.
thumbs on her chest, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Very awesome little charge up while we kind of just see for everybody here, and then those I will also open up to whoever wants to receive a message. But I just want to see like what's most important for us to check in here together. What do people need to see in the chat?
Okay. So you guys, you can ask a question and maybe just put your birth date for Kiara, okay? And then we can do some. Can I ask a question too?
Absolutely.
Oh my gosh. So I think for me, I'm right now in the midst of my four-year anniversary of when I was in coma for 40 days.
Oh my
I didn't
goodness.
wake up till October 16th. So I was like sleep all through my birthday and all of September.
Oh my God.
And so, you know, it's kind of an emotional time for me, September and October. And just on the eclipse the other day was the anniversary of when my mother passed, September 21st. And but I know she's always around, and I feel her energy and her presence. I guess for me, the question is, working on 2 books. I'm in a documentary about NDEs coming out this winter. And then I also, you know, I'm a former actor, did television, film, and theater, but I'm also interested in, you know, maybe getting the astrology podcast or some other different things, you know, on television. So I guess my question is, what is the most aligned with my heart and my soul, or what could be the most beneficial or successful for me? The books, potentially doing something TV, or getting back into film.
So utilizing the tarot for this one, you have the 8 of Cups, which is walking away. It's kind of interesting because obviously having to go through something so intense, being able to funnel and move your emotional energy and forward. They're basically saying here that the focus has to be whatever is most emotionally tied to your passion. Knight of Cups is showing up. So being connected to the emotion, the speaker through your feelings. Is there one of them that is more tied to your passion, like something that you're emotionally connected to? It sounds like they're all kind of close to you, but
Yeah, that's hard. I don't know. I kind of vision a combination of like something like my podcast and interviewing guests, like on like a Netflix or a Gaia or something even bigger like HBO. And so I think maybe the television, but I know the books are going to be powerful because I've been working on the astrology book forever, and my wife's helping, you know, really been like the rock of like building that and getting it all together. And then I'm starting already my NDE book. And so I am very connected to those, but I definitely, I don't know, I've always loved film and television. I think I miss that medium, you know what I mean?
the thing that's coming through the strongest is a documentary. I feel like in interviewing people that you can create the catalyst for these other things that you could do after, but it's almost like you have to debut a documentary through the expression, submit it, and then see who picks it up so you can be taken to the next level. Maybe you do get your show. You know what I'm saying? That's what I'm feeling you need to do.
Okay, well that's good because that's the movie that's coming out this winter. You know, it's me and a bunch of different people who've had spiritual and near-death experiences. It's called Interdimensional, and it's coming out this winter. So hopefully, it's going to be in theaters and streaming services. So that's already being edited and all that. So that's cool. Okay.
You know,
all right, you guys in the chat. Thank you, Miss Kiara. You guys have your birth date and a question.
Yes, we have a couple of people going on here. There's a Tranquil Moon. Oh, nice to meet you too. She says, what to do about my love life? You're May 20th. Interesting. Cusp baby. Taurus, Sun, Scorpio, Moon, Leo rising. Whoa. That's powerful.
Whoa. She's the fixed queen.
Yeah. Powerful. Okay. I mean, before even looking at cards for you, your biggest thing about love here, girl, you or whoever, I'm not sure if male or female, but whatever's going on with the love thing, it's like Taurus and Scorpio to me are masters in deep partnerships. So with that Scorpio moon and like everything going on after the eclipses in 2020 and so on, like I think it's cutting out all of the things around you that don't work anymore. Like the people, situations, maybe there's a type out there that you just keep going to. You keep going to this type, and maybe they're tall, dark, and handsome, or whatever the, this scenario is. They're super attractive and daunting, and they have this thing about them that you're like, oh, I want that. But they have these like almost like vices, or there's something going on around them where they keep turning to like a negative like thing that keeps popping up in between you and this, the people. So I feel like it's finding people who, knowing your, not only your worth, giving yourself love and filling your cup and, pressing all of that attention in you. But it's like, who's doing that for them too? Is there a person out there that you're attracted to where you're like, oh, but they're so focused on themselves? Maybe part of that's a good thing. Make sure that they're focusing on themselves so that they could be attentive to you too. Because you need a lot of attention, a lot of care, a lot of love on your terms, obviously with that Scorpio moon, on your terms, but being able to have somebody invest. You met a new person recently? Nice. That having the ability to, you said, have an old relationship that I've been in. Is it time to let go of that? Yeah, girl. Yeah, it is. Get rid of that right now. It sounds like the closing the doors to, again, the people that are not investing enough in themselves to give back to you too. That's like super important. I'm going to pull a card for you really quick. I'm just going to hone in on her specifically. So calling in energy for Tranquil Moon, please. I would just like to see what is most important for her love life so I could see what she needs to know at this time. What is the most important thing you need to tell her?
Make sure you know that you are truly an empath.
This is funny. Allow for downloads on questions for the desired answers to come. I mean, it sounds like you already know the answer. It says here, be honest with yourself and others by living your individuality. Yeah, girl, if you shine and you're building and adding to your table all the things that you already are, it sounds like you're a baddie too, like driven and like have all this deepness that you don't share with everybody, but you gotta be able to have that just poured into you so that other people can see it too and be like, wow, I want to invest in that, instead of them running away or running to their vices or whatever. That's what I think is most important for you to know. Next here, let's see. Mama missed. I gotta go down a little bit. What does it say here? My aunt's birthday was September 21st. Oh, my mom and her mother observed their birthday September 25th. Oh, how cute. All right, so let's see. We have Phoenix Semental. What is most important for me concerning healing myself, helping others who want my help in healing their self with my spiritual gifts? And you're, oh my gosh, you have the powerhouse birthday. You're an April 4th baby.
April 4th?
Yeah, that was my brother's birthday. So April 4th, oh my gosh, can't even tell you how powerful that birthday is. But in the background, you are the innovative creator, mover, shifter in the back scenes of everything. It sounds like you have a lot of organization, or you know how to set things up for other people. You said Aries Sun and Rising. Oh my gosh, Scorpio Moon.
Scorpio Moon, wow. Mars. She's like a true Martian.
And I love studying law. Oh yeah, like the true law though, like actually like getting to the knit and grit of the truth. Let's see what you
with that Scorpio moon, she's like an investigator, and obviously she's into the occult knowledge. So yeah.
Okay, let's see. What does she need to know right now? What does she need to know? Mental. Yeah, I mean Aries is such a mental sign. And then you have the Fae. Feel empowered in who you really are. Oh, girl, it sounds like you got two personalities here. You got your Aries, badass, get shit done. Let's go. Got to organize. Got to make stuff happen. I got to do. And then you got that secret, very mystical, very spiritual self that you you need to find a way to bridge the two people within you. They have to come together.
Yep.
They need to see each other. It's like they're arguing. Like, it's so mental. It's like the side of you that's like, oh, I got to live in the real world. Oh, I got to do the real stuff. But I'm looking for my spiritual people. I'm looking for my magic. It's like you have to have them be on the same page. Does that make sense?
That dance between the 3D and the 5D, yeah.
Yeah. You need one more card, so I'm going to give you one more card. We're going to pull from the tarot for you, darling. What do you need to know? Oh my gosh, you have such a powerful energy too. I could feel you like all over. Strength card. It sounds like you've been having a hard time lately, especially figuring out what to do for money. So I think if you're desiring to go more in the direction of law, or say, because you were born in 1961, so I'm wondering what you're doing for work now, but yay, look, she's all excited. Whatever is going on with your work energy right now, if you want to help people, especially in the spiritual, why don't you look up the spiritual laws, the absolute laws? What's that? Do you know, Eric, like what that's called? There's a specific group of like spiritual laws that are like, they're like actual laws. Universal laws.
Oh God. Yeah.
Is it called the universal laws?
Yeah, universal law. Yeah.
Look up universal law, apply it to law that we have, like for our system, because our system's corrupt, as we all know. It's fine, whatever. But taking the two laws, merge the laws, and create something. Maybe you have a practice you're already doing, because it feels like you're already working in some kind of field.
Well, that's the thing. It's funny because she could maybe get into, a lot of people are into, and I had a guest about that before, Yesenia Rose, about, into legalese and to, getting their sovereignty, so maybe it's something like that, in terms of like with the, social security card and, kind of reclaiming your name, your all caps name and stuff like that. Yeah. So maybe she's headed in that direction. That could be really powerful.
Yeah. And maybe even starting your own business or something that has to do with it. It sounds like you have a degree in something you're supposed to take to the next level. You got the World card, by the way. That's what I'm pulling. So I think that's your next level, is that you have a job that you already have done or been working in. You need to take it to the spiritual level, incorporate spiritual practice, and it'll merge perfectly for you. Oh, she says she loves tarot. Yeah, utilize the tarot. Tarot is amazing. Let's see who else here. We got
Phoenix, make sure you come to the Stars and Cards Lounge and check us out, right? Me and Elena from Searchlight Tarot.
So, Teresa, I'm going to focus on you. I don't know why, but you really need to hear this, because I just got
Teresa Miller or another Teresa?
It's Teresa Gaylor.
Oh, Gaylor. Yeah. Hey, Teresa, welcome back. Yep.
I got really emotional for some reason. I have to tell you something, so I'm just going to pull here for you. Heart chakra. Yeah, I'm really feeling like you got something going on. Ancestral. I don't know if somebody just passed away that you really cared about, or maybe they're trying to talk to you. I think you have somebody who's passed that's trying to chat with you. I pulled the heart chakra card and I pulled the blood card. Blood is connected to ancestral lineage, your birth and all that. So, I don't know what you need to know, but somebody on the other side just wants you to know they're there for you. You have a situation going on that's super intense. I know you're asking about your twin flame. For some reason, it's more important about you. There's something going on about your heart, your healing, like taking care of yourself. I don't know where you need to like invest your energy into for your healing, but it's almost like letting your emotions out somewhere, or through journaling or some kind of expression, so that you can.
Did you put her birthday? I forgot her birthday.
I don't know. Where are you?
You could share your birthday if you want to, Teresa.
Yeah, I don't see her birthday.
Okay.
But I don't know why I had to kind of stop on you there just to focus on you, because it's like you have some kind of emotional situation that's, maybe it is your twin flame, but it's like you need some self-love there. There's some huge self-love. Somebody in your family wants you to like love on yourself like no other right now.
And right now with the Pisces North Node and Virgo South Node, we're in the health axis. And we all need, kind of like what you're talking about with the book, mind, body, and spirit, right? We've got to have not just the increase of self-love, but we've got to, like Virgo South Node, release and purge. We got to eat lighter, eat healthier, but then also take care of the mental, the spiritual, which is the Pisces. So it's really important right now, you guys, to kind of like pour into ourselves. Saturn in Pisces is there to February 13th. More compassion, empathy, grace, and mercy for yourself first.
The answer I got for you too, just to add to that, Teresa, is like a close, because I know that you want so bad about this twin flame thing. I don't know what it is. I don't know if they're doing the whole runaway thing, because from what I understand with twin flames is one's a runner, one's the chaser, but you need to focus on your self-love so that you can get a clear answer. She's a February 3rd baby. You need to get some kind of clarity on yourself, like your healing of self, and focus on self to get the answer about this situation, this situationship, or whatever's going on with this person, because they're running too far, and you need to like almost like catch up within you to see if, oh, is this person like on my path right now, or are they someone that's just circulating into my system every time I'm growing? That's kind of what I'm feeling for you.
And don't waste your time. I want to just tell people, right? Like, listen, love, it shouldn't be that challenging and hard. Twin flames, and some people even call it the divine flame, it's sometimes karmic to reflect back a lesson for you. It's not the person that you keep. It's, you know what I mean? I mean, I remember being there in my late 20s. And that person helped me to grow so much, to improve myself, but they weren't my wife. You know what I mean? And so just know that sometimes it's reflecting back, and maybe it's exactly what Kiara's saying, for you to like actually stop, pause, and go within for the self-love. Okay.
It's like, it's so annoying. I can hear it in my own head. It's annoying to hear that, but it's important. I promise. Like if you turn it in you and you're like, oh, what do I need to fill up here? Maybe there's like I said, a family member specifically is talking to you. Maybe that person wants some focus. I feel like you know what this person is too. Like it feels like a older woman, maybe someone like that was auntie or grandma or something like that. But just somebody who's really like, oh, this is what I told you to focus on all the time, and they passed now, so they can't tell you that. I want to go to the next person because I'm like channeling really quickly. I have Miss Leday 76.
Welcome, Miss Leday. All you new people, make sure you guys subscribe, hit the like button for this episode. Okay.
So Miss Leday, you are a Scorpio. We got a lot of Scorpio energy. I always attract the Scorpio energy. You too.
Oh,
right?
well, I'm a Scorpio rising, so you know how it is.
I love it.
Scorpio is strong for you.
All right, we got a Scorpio Sun, Libra Moon, Leo Rising. Wow, you're a complex, beautiful lady here.
Leo Rising, Scorpio Sun, and what's her moon?
Libra.
Oh, okay. Yeah, the moon's in Libra tonight, so that's great.
It's a quick message actually for you. There's something about it's like asserting your voice in some situation. I pulled the Ace of Cups. Some kind of emotional situation where it's like you always like pause to this person. You're not one to pause always to everybody, but it's like maybe it's a husband or maybe it's like a brother or somebody, but you like pause whenever you're trying to like tell them something they need to hear. And you're like, oh, I'm going to ring into them. And then you're like, oh, just kidding. I don't want to do that right now. There's something you need to tell this person, whether it's boundaries or something to get off your chest. It's time to tell that person whatever that is.
Almost like the relationship is emotionally out of balance.
Yeah, something like that. All right, next, GL. What do I need to know right now? Oh my gosh. Spiritual readings. I don't know. There's something about like tapping into like, oh, I didn't even see. Yeah, you have Aquarius moon. Some kind of research of some sort. So this is GL. They are a Virgo sun, Aquarius moon, Taurus rising.
Yeah. That's Gail. And she's amazing. And I just did her chart reading today.
Did you really?
Yeah. First time. And I've known her for a bit, but it was the first time I did her reading. And it was an amazing reading. And she's spiritually gifted.
Yeah, you need to do some kind of research. It's almost like you're letting go of the past self, because I pulled the Death card and the Moon. So the Death card is letting go of maybe your previous who you were. It's almost like you're stepping into a brand new person. And then the moon, you don't know what these things are yet. It's unclear, but it's because you have to do more research. You have to make a decision to jump into this more. You got judgment. You got three major arcana. It's almost like you need to step out from the closet yourself in a way and like go toward acting on these wishes, acting on these experiences, you know. I hope that doesn't sound too woo-woo, but that's what I'm feeling. All right, next. Tranquil moon, yes. Your twin flame is your soul reincarnated, yes. Not love, relationship, spiritual awakening, yes. Cool.
So before you go to the next person, share with everybody your social media and your website so that they know where to follow you and to connect with you.
Yay. Everything is crystal_prophecy as far as YouTube, TikTok, Instagram. So you can see my cute little name here with the crystal prophecy. It's just crystal_prophecy for YouTube, Instagram, and TikTok.
Yeah.
And then Facebook.
Your website.
I don't usually use Facebook, but yeah, I would prefer if y'all do Instagram probably, because that's my main thing is YouTube and Instagram. Yeah. And then my website is www.crystalprophecy.live or live, however you want to spell it, LIVE. Yeah.
I love that. All right. You guys go follow and connect with her. So, okay, we got a couple. I think we have a couple more.
Why do I keep having dreams regarding fires? Oh, interesting. Scorpio rising, Libra sun, Virgo moon, rare bird.
Wow, that's quite a lineup. Virgo, Libra, Scorpio.
Why do I keep having dreams regarding fires? Wow, that's interesting. Yeah, let's ask. I mean, I kind of get it from like native culture or like even in the medicine book, fire represents a stressor. It's like an urgency, like you need to do something or act on something, like wanting to make move. But let's see what it is. So in the highest good of us sitting here together, also through great protection, I'm only calling forward rare birds guides, please. May I please understand what it is you're trying to speak through the fire energy in the dreams? Why is she dreaming about fires? What do you need her to know at this time? Oh, 10 of Pentacles. What do you do for work? 3 of Cups. Temperance. Oh my gosh, you got some money coming to you. Maybe it's investments, investing in property, investing in purchasing, investing in some kind of I don't know, buying something or like getting finances to invest in either yourself or like a property or people maybe.
I wonder if the dreams have stopped though, because, okay, so maybe they have stopped because Mars was in Libra. And now Mars just entered Scorpio. So I wonder, last night, and then I wonder, even going forward tonight, I wonder if the dreams may stop and then she can move forward and initiate. Mars and Scorpio, there's something for her to research and investigate. The Mars on her ascendant, and she's got to burn off that energy each day.
Rare bird, if you are able to put in the chat, when was the last time you had the dream? Because it could be like what he's saying, it could be timing with what's going on right now. But if you're trying to invest in something or property, they're telling you to wait. Be patient with some kind of investment or whatever finances that you're moving around. You need to be patient right now. Because I got temperance after pulling the 10 of Pentacles. Fire cleanses what no longer is needed also. Yes.
Yeah. Fire is a purifier and a cleanser, yeah.
This is true, yes. But that's what I got for you, darling. That's kind of what I'm feeling. She says, the night before the solar eclipse, I had a third dream, which was like lava. 2, and the second dream I had, then the actual Palisades fire in California happened. I mean, you could also be empathically picking up on the transition of the earth, which a lot of people who are super connected to the earth. And it looks like because you have that Virgo in your chart, you're probably really connected to the earth in a lot of ways, and the animals and like the land. So it's possible that you're connecting to like experiences and emotions of the land. And then the other thing, like I said, I don't know what your finances are right now, but just be paused, like be very like particular with what you're investing your money into. It almost feels like you need to wait until we get past November before you invest in something.
But I'll say this, before November, if you're going to invest, get you some XRP and some XLM. Just remember November 7th, and that's what I'm doing at Coffee Talk this weekend, Kiara. Uranus is going back to Taurus, you guys. This is a powerful transit. Uranus and Taurus is literally what we've been going through the last 7 years, hashtag New Earth, right? We've seen the destruction and all the ups and downs of the stock market, our food, our resources, right? So from November 7th to April 25th, that 6-month period, we're going to get tested. And especially for you Taurus risings out there, it's really speaking to like, are you ready to go forward aligned with what you've learned and integrated the last 7 years, getting on your soul's path? And Uranus is sudden events, chaos, downloads, extreme weather, the central nervous system in the back of the neck, but it wants you to be weird, innovative, futuristic, and thinking outside the box. And sometimes, let's be honest, for the fixed signs, that's a challenge. So, you guys can be fixed, the Taurus, Leo, Scorpio, Aquarius, but it's time to literally do the Aquarius, push the envelope and think outside the box, right? Out of all the fixed signs, Aquarius is the one that's always going to go off on its own path. But Taurus, Leo, Scorpio, this is something for you guys to really integrate during this transit, November 7th to April 25th.
I have a quick message that came through when I wanted to share with you guys, like as a whole, those who will be tuning into the session. But I pulled the Neptune and the Chiron card. Neptune says channel messages to connect with your spiritual consciousness.
Mm-hmm.
Chiron says unveil your deepest needs and reinforce your self-care priorities.
Yes. And that aligns with the Pisces North Node, Virgo South Node. And the Neptune, it's so funny you're saying that, because this week for the astro weather, that's what I titled it. It's time for higher consciousness. That's amazing. Wow. That's really cool.
Confirmation is like, ding.
Yeah. And then the ding. Oh my God. There you go. That's like 3 things in a row. Boom. Okay. Show's over. It's like
the biggest thing that I'm feeling for like everything and everyone right now is that we are basically on a path towards connecting deeper with each other. So a lot of like having shows like this, talks, connecting with your spirituality, asking these questions. Yeah. It's almost like we're stepping forward into that next consciousness, next stage. Yeah. For you guys today with doing the readings, I actually utilized my own baby. So I did write my book, The Cosmic Connection, but I also created the Crystal A-Lab Oracle deck. And that's the deck I've been using for you guys, as well as my tarot that, it's just a tarot that I have, is the Golden Tarot.
Oh, that's cool.
I did not create the.
Is your deck on sale? Let them know where they can get it at.
Yeah, everything's on my website. You can get it. Comes with the guidebook, which tells you the deeper meanings of the cards and everything in there. And then it comes with the cards themselves as well. So you just go to crystalprophecy.live. You can go to my store and it'll be there for you. You could get a digital version, or you can get it as a physical copy as well.
Okay, that's awesome.
But yeah, I just feel like we're right here, man. Are you taking questions? Yeah, we can take a couple more questions.
Yeah.
I'm gonna answer really quick. Miss Gigi the Empress. It says I'm open to receive a message. She's a Libra Sun, Taurus Moon, Aries Rising. Oh, you have such a cool thing going on there.
Yeah, Gigi's amazing.
Okay, so let's see. What do you need to know? You need to know right now. Oh my gosh, even before pulling cards, you guys are just all so spiritual. It's really awesome. It says here the total sum reflection of all aspects of who you are lies in the physical. Integration. Oh my gosh, it's like integrating into the earth. So I pulled the physical body for you. The physical body is one of the bodies that I talk about in my book. The physical body is this form. It's being in the physical, being in this reality. And it might be kind of challenging, especially for someone who's a Libra sun. But what's cool is you got that Taurus moon hanging out with you, so you can ground, you can chat in with people and tap in. But it's almost like finding a way to take all of your personality. Sometimes we don't share us in the physical. Like we don't show off like our personality here while we're chatting. It's all in here, whether it's mental, emotional, or spiritual. But being able to take that and bring it into the physical and show off your whimsical whatever thing going on, I think that's what you're supposed to know right now. Next, we got Wild West Virgo. I'm guessing you're a Virgo.
I like the name. Welcome to the channel, Wild West Virgo.
Oh, you're amazing. Do you do personal readings? I do offer personal readings. If you guys want to book a session, you can go to my website, crystalprophecy.live, and go under experiences, and services are in there. You could book a session and pick whatever your favorite is. I offer a lot of things: astrology, chakra clearing, readings. It's all on there, so you guys can check that out.
Yeah, go check that. And make sure you guys go follow her on Instagram and YouTube, okay?
Crystal
underscore prophecy. Oh my God, that's really cool. All right, I think we have one more, or you want to?
We could do one more. I think it's Rare Bird here. She just wants to know if finances have been screwed. Aw. Many things.
These are challenging times for people, you know. It's not easy out there.
I'll just give you one last message, Rare Bird, about the finance thing. Let's see what you need to know about that. What's most important there, and then we'll move on.
Rare Bird, what's your rising sign? Does she share her sun, moon, rising?
Yeah, let's see. I think she put it in here. She's a sun Libra, moon Virgo, rising Scorpio.
Oh, yes. Sun, Libra, 12th house.
I pulled a lunar eclipse. It says here, take into account ways in which we fail ourselves, rid patterns that no longer serve. Oh, boundaries. It just sounds like boundaries, especially if your sun is stealing energy from you, or whoever, it doesn't matter. I think the message is like being able to set down and lay down your boundaries with people, your boundaries with like even money, like having the conversation with money, being like, money, I need you to be able to take care of these things right now. And then when you're ready for abundance and ready to invest in abundance and where you need it to be, money, I'm going to need a bit more to take it to the next level. Because money is a lot of people demonize it, or a lot of people.
It's energy. All it is energy. Yeah. It's a frequency. And and you have to stay in that gratitude. And remember, you never tell the universe that you want something. That's the energy of lack. You're thanking it with gratitude. I receive, I feel, I know, I have, right?
Yes.
We have to be very intentional with our words, as I like to say, Kiara, maniacal intentional. You've got to really watch what you're saying, because this boka, a universal law, and it's also Bible, Torah, Quran, right? The word is life. So we have to speak life and victory over ourselves. And just with that Virgo moon in the 11th house, you just dealing with these eclipses, right? And they won't come back up to February or in March. But you've got to also remember the healthy boundaries, like Kiara said. Be mindful of the groups of people you're hanging out with, or the friends and social network, because there could be some fake friends that maybe you need to release and let go. Okay? There's some things that you've got to purge from this solar eclipse so that you can bring in new energy.
It's pretty powerful. Yeah. Did you have any other questions for me about anything that I do, or whatever you're thinking?
Well, yeah, the one thing that I wanted to tap into in terms of metaphysical coaching, explain to people what type of coaching programs you have and the work you do with people in one-on-ones and
So
coaching programs.
when you guys check out my book, which you can actually get on my website, it's under the Cosmic Connection tab. I implemented this process to help people develop their mental, emotional, physical, spiritual, and ethereal selves. Some people are more talented in some areas over others. For example, a gymnast or a sports athletic person is a very physical and mental focused individual. A therapist, a scientist, very different. The scientist will be very mental. The therapist will be sitting in the emotional mental. So they're different styles of mental. The coaching, what it does is it caters to what's your talent, where can we grow a little, where can we heal, and then how do we take that to the next level. So I created actually the Sacred Synergy Journal, which is a little 12-month process. You could do it on your own time, your own personal little journal. 48 weeks, telling you all the different areas to develop, giving you areas to write in, journal, focus on things to develop each of the 5 spirit bodies. And in my personal session coaching you, I take that to the next level. I'm able to dwindle down to the very straightforward, this is what we need to heal, this is where we are talented, this is where we're growing, and this is what we want, and how we can build into that next level. So that's kind of what I do.
And you guys, she's a Scorpio North Node, so you're in good hands with Kiara. And that Taurus South Node 8th house, that's heavy. So that's deep. So, oh my God, this has been so fun and amazing. Thank you, everybody coming in the chat. Please go and support this young lady and check out and explore her website, get her book, even those cards. Are they oracle or tarot cards?
So it's an oracle card, but it's utilizing a tarot system. So as you read the guidebook, it tells you which cards are associated with which major arcana in tarot, and how like the messages can come through to kind of give you insight in all areas of the elementals.
I love that. That is so awesome. Wow. Okay, you guys, this is just, this has been great, Kiara. Thank you so much. This has been like so amazing. And I hope, everybody, you really resonated, and remember the tips that she shared with us, about doing that with your hands. Because I think that really that's important for us to calm down our own nervous systems with Uranus and Gemini now until November 7th. And then, remember coming back to the heart chakra, right? The heart and then the higher heart. And I think what you showed everybody today, that is a great tool for people to use just every day in their daily lives, right?
I do that in the coaching ceremony all the time with the people when we do our Zooms, because it helps you tap back into your body a little bit, especially if you're someone like me. Like, I'm very out of body. So being able to come to ground on the planet, it helps me recharge my system.
I love that. Yeah. And that's important, especially with Neptune and Uranus in the 4th house. You need that, right?
Yeah.
That's great. All right, Kiara, thank you so much. Everybody, thank you for watching. Please come back and leave a comment, right? You can even leave, Kiara will come back and check. You could even, leave some comments there, or just email her directly, but you can leave comments there. But also it helps the show grow in the algorithm, so we appreciate it. And share this to a friend. You don't know. We're at a time where even your friend that's all plugged into the matrix, they're watching CNN and Fox and ABC and CBS, and they're like, oh, what's going on here? Something like this may just spark something in them to be like, what did she say? What's he talking about? What should I do? You know what I mean? So we have to stop playing small with our spirituality. And at this time, we've got to make some more noise. And put love and higher vibrations out there to the collective as well, to kind of dissipate all the negativity, because that doesn't serve anybody. Okay. So Kiara, this was awesome, my friend. Thank you for joining me tonight.
Thank you, guys.
All right. Bye.